Moving on from question 5 of Reading Comprehension Drill Set number 5 over at lawhub.lsac.org, we get to question 6, which is logical reasoning in reading comprehension. It is asking which one of the following, if true, would most weaken the case made in the passage for favoring the alternative plan. So I can just highlight weaken the alternative plan. And we've got all of the details about the alternative plan already framed up at the bottom. And I need to think about this as if it were logical reasoning, which means that I'm looking for reasons to eliminate that would be more logical reasoning in categorization, an argument, a task of logical reasoning, of course, than reading comprehension reasons to eliminate. So I'm looking for something that's going to need additional information, is a task reversal, meaning that it strengthens the alternative plan, or is just too vague to clearly impact that alternative plan. And so we need to show that it's a bad idea to try to send all of this stuff to Mars in advance to have the people be able to stay there for a longer visit and then come back. So, starting with choice A, lunar explorations have demonstrated that any flight of such distance or greater will require enormous amounts of funding. Well, this is not a distinction between the conventional plans or the alternative plan. You're going to have to go the same distance to Mars. Mars is just Mars. So, and any trip to Mars is going to be longer than a trip to the moon. So we can eliminate choice A is again not distinguishing between the two plans and needing additional information to do so. Then choice B, the technology for producing fuel from the Martian atmosphere has not yet been fully developed. Well, we did talk about producing fuel from the Martian atmosphere. So I've got to leave this open. This could be my right answer. So technology producing fuel from the Martian atmosphere not yet fully developed. I might highlight that and go, okay, this could be my correct answer. Then choice C, much more fuel would be expended on the multiple trips needed to implement the alternative plan than would be expended in implementing the conventional plan. Well, we already know that, but we have this idea about the fuel from the Martian atmosphere. So C is actually something that the plan addressed. It's not going to weaken it at all. It's something that it's kind of accounted for already. So that's sort of a task reversal that would almost implicitly support the plan. Then choice D, data suggests that humans may not be able to function effectively for more than a year in low gravity environments such as that on Mars. Okay, so they're not going to be. So we, as the astronauts, are not going to be able to function effectively for more than a year on Mars. And we come back over here and we're like, that stay on Mars is actually going to be 500 days. So this seems relevant, like B is relevant. So again, if I have two answer choices that are in play, that's okay. I want to leave them there and we'll just move on to choice E. Major policy changes restricting the funding of space missions are likely in the very near future. Well, space missions generically are not going to be at issue because that is going to affect both the conventional plan and the alternative plan. So this is not a difference that would weaken the alternative plan alone. So now we're down to B and D, and we need to focus on reasons to eliminate rather than to select, just as we would in logical reasoning at this point. So we're looking for things that, again, are vague, and ambiguous, and we want to actually choose specificity over that ambiguity. So looking at choice D, it says data suggests that humans may not be able to function for more than a year. Well, again, that's very specific, and 500 days is certainly more than a year. So I don't really want to go on a plan that would have the humans there for basically kind of close to a year and a half. So D, I don't really see a reason to eliminate. But the technology for producing fuel from the Martian atmosphere has not yet been fully developed. Well, let's think about how that could be ambiguous. Is it 40% of the way there? Is it 99% of the way there? I don't know. So there's the ambiguity that allows us to eliminate choice B and confidently select D. And you see, once again, when you're down to 2, you actually don't want to accelerate your process. You want to just slow down a hair, understanding that you're still going to have to go at a very brisk pace in the reading comprehension. But you want to take advantage of all the work that you've done to that point to eliminate 3 answer choices. Don't skip being deliberate on that last elimination to make sure that you get a question such as number 6, another logical reasoning in reading comprehension correct, on your next practice or official LSAT reading comprehension section.